Yes, my fans, this is your boy Bonnie again, and I come to tell you a story, my fans. But before I start the story, let me remind you to like, share, comments, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and be a part of the family. Now, this story that I'm bringing to you is about a man who meet a woman in church, or a woman who meet a man in church, whatever way you want to turn it. This man just gets saved, visit a church far away from where he lived. He was sitting in the church. While you listen to the story cleanly, he was sitting in the church, close to the front. And there was a lady sitting on the row in front of him. But at the end of the service, the pastor asks to hold hand with the person next to you in prayer. But because he was sitting at the end of the bench, there was nobody to the other side of him to hold hand onto. So him hold hand onto the lady in front of him. So they hold hand, and the pastor pray, and the church finish. And everybody leave and then gone about the different business. But downstairs in the church, they have this thing where they have like tea and coffee after church finish. And at the front of the church, they have a thing where they sell books and CDs and stuff like that. So went down to the place in the church, have him a cup of tea, and was coming back up. And he stopped by the where they sell the CDs and books, and was having a look. Next thing, the same woman that he hold on with in church turn up and said to him, "I have a CD, what you would like." The man turned to her and said to her, "Well, post it to me then." But at the same time, the man wasn't thinking about how he's gonna post it. So she asked for the address, and they gave the address. And while she was writing the address, he said, "You might as well take the telephone number as well." So it was a pleasure for her because she get his telephone number out of the blue. So she get the telephone number and the address. He walk away. She walk away. That was it. About 3 days after, she found the man. There wasn't an answer because the man wasn't available to take the call at the time. So the next day she rang back again, and the man take the call. So what happened? They was talking on the phone for a very long time, night after night and night after night. Now listen, the man just gets saved. It's like probably 3 months, if that long. But this woman was in church all her life. So after talking and talking, they decided to meet up. So the man was living quite a far away from where the woman lived. It took more than an hour to drive from where the man lived to where the woman lived, but they still decided to meet up. So one evening now, they drive up, the man drive up to meet this woman, and they have a talk and blah, blah, blah. They left and they go back home. Then decide to meet up another time, so they come back one evening, and conversation goes on where they spend almost the whole night sitting up and talking. So after everything, man and woman sitting there talking and blah, 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 one thing lead to another. It shouldn't happen, but something happened, and it shouldn't happen. So this thing called guilt turned in now, and they said, "You know what? we have sin and blah 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 because this shouldn't happen, and we are Christian and this shouldn't happen. But so so what? The best thing to do is to get married and just call it that. Nobody will know about it. So what happened? In like between 5 to 6 months, both partner get married, and the man give up his flat and move in with this woman and live. And things going on, and eventually they decide the house where the woman living in was a council house, and they decide to buy this house. So the man go with her together, buy this house and everything like that, and then they move in, they're living in this house. But this woman, she is one of these women that becomes now with her control part of it now. And you think, you know what, I move into this woman house and I don't have much talking here because I move in here. And you start to get this type of things where you can't say much because she have her children and you don't have much talk, and you live, and the woman is a foster carer woman, and you have bullying coming from left, right, and center, and you just marry this woman and live with this woman, buy a house with this woman and live with this woman, and you have your regrets, you have your hurt, you have your pain, but at the same time you're thinking to myself, we just get married. I don't want to break up this relationship, and you do everything in your power to try to make this marriage work as a Christian. And let me tell you something. Sometimes there is things in life where we could have walked away from, but because of Christianity, we sit down into some situation where we shouldn't really sit down into and suffer. But because of Christianity, we say, we know what happened. Let's try to work through it. But let me tell you something. This is a story I'm telling you. Remember this. If you're a Christian out there and you're in a relationship right now and the relationship is not working, don't sit down in an abusive relationship. Come out of it before it's too late. Worse to when you said to the person, what a party said, I want counseling, the other one said, I don't need counseling. Anyway, this couple was going on, and this was getting out of hand. They have several arguments, and the man tried to rectify this argument, but the woman don't want to have it. So the man put up with all type of different things. Now, one time something happened where the man went, there was an argument happened between one of the foster child in the house, and the man decided, say, look, I'm going to come out of the marital bedroom and go into one of the other room and live. So what the man do, he move out his things then from the marital bedroom and put it into the other room, because he said he cannot take the type of life that he's living into this house. So when he move his things and he gone out, when he come back home, he faced with about 10 black bags outside the back door of the marital home. And he thought his wife was throwing out rubbish. But him happened to look into one of the bag. And when he looked into the bag, every piece of clothes that he have, from suit to shoes, everything was packed up in black bags and put outside. He opened the rest of the bag and then looking at it, and he said, no, this is not right, something not right here. All my clothes them gone into black bag. So for this man, who is a peacemaker, decided to pick up back his clothes and carry it back inside of the house. This time, he never put it into the spare room again, because she put back the foster child in the spare room. So he put them back into the marital bedroom. And he went out and he come back. When he come back, she was there. There was no talking between neither party. Night come, they went to bed. They turned back to back for about 3, 4, 5 nights, then sleep back to back. Nobody is having any conversation. So this peacemaker man decides, look, I'm gonna break the ice. So what he do? In the middle of the night, he turned around and he's put his hand across this woman. She never replied. In the midst of that, he tried everything. She wouldn't reply. So he attempt to do something sexually, and she still never reply. So he go ahead with it, and she still just take it and with no reply. He wake up the morning, and he was going out, and he said to her morning, and she said morning, and conversation start to flow again. Nothing changed. It's just sorry, it's just how the relationship goes. It happened that they make up back, and things start to go on like nothing never happened. They went on a Caribbean cruise. The same thing happened where they have another bus up on the Caribbean cruise. The man was gonna leave and come back home, but because of financially he could make it. He asked for them to go and see a counselor. She said she don't need counseling, so they never go on a counseling. They make up back and relationship carry on the same way because of Christianity. Now I'm saying again, if you're in an abusive relationship, whether physical or temporal relationship, and it's not working, do not sit down in it until when it gets too late. And then you said, if I did know, because too late is too late. Too late can cause a lot of things. So this relationship move on, and she decided that she want a bigger house. So agreed come, decided to look for a bigger house. Look at many houses. She never liked them. The man find out what him like, but she never like it. Because she's a dominated type of woman. What she said have to go. So they carry on, and during the relationship, they buy another house. They live in the house. They have both part, they agreed that they want to go to abroad to live in Jamaica. Now the man have it in his head that at a certain time, I'm going to sell up and go to Jamaica to live. But the woman in her mind, she is already telling the man what she wants him to know, that he can go ahead and fulfill her pleasure or her joy, whatever she have in her back of her head. So what happened? They decided that go buy another house. They buy the other house, fix it up, live in it, everything going good. And then what they do? The woman accused the man of things that the man done to her which never happened. Call police, get the man arrested, and get him out of the house. And take over. This man have to start all over again from scratch. After give up his nice flat that he have before he met this woman. So this is a true story. I'm telling you, it happened in real life. So I'm telling you out there, my fans who watching this video, if you're in an abusive relationship for whatever reason, and you're watching this video, and you're listening to the sound of my voice telling you this story, this is not a make-up story. This is a true story. It happened for real. So don't sit down in an abusive relationship. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Don't sit down in it. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, if you try to patch things and the woman say no, or the man say no, don't sit down, because it can lead up to you either end up in jail, you end up get battered badly, or lose your life. So, cut. Call it a loss. It's not working. it get too bad, and don't wait until when it get bad, bad, bad. Run for your life. Come out of it. This man, he leave it too late. He end up lose everything. But to God be the glory. The door turned for him. And his life turned out better than what it was. So, as I said, this is a story, a true story. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this story. A thumbs up, a thumbs down, or write a comments. This is your boy Bunny. Peace and love. I'm Heen and I'm out. God bless you. Wait for the next one. Bless up, bless up, bless up.